Weekend. Police say a teenager is responsible for all that damage. Newswatch 16's Nikki Kreiz joins us live from the Central Pennsylvania newsroom with more tonight. Nikki?
Julie, a lot of people in Shamokin are upset that Dunkin' Donuts is closed because they didn't have anywhere else to go for coffee and donuts. Today we also learned new information about the teenage girl police charged with setting the place on fire. Setting the fire is currently at a juvenile detention center. Many people who live in Shamokin are upset that Dunkin' Donuts is closed.
Now I have to rely on myself to go to maybe a Turkey Hill or something where I don't like their donuts. I rather the donuts at Dunkin' Donuts. And I'm kind of dealing with it, but I really miss Dunkin' Donuts.
I go there every day. I get a chicken bacon croissant, or I get some coffee, Powerade if I'm dehydrated. I sit there all the time. If I have any legal work that I need to do, I go there. I meet with my attorneys there.
I'm gonna miss that place when it don't open up. Yeah, a lot of my friends go in there, get the cold coffee, iced coffee, I guess it's called.
People miss their local hangout and hope Dunkin' Donuts
anyway, that's just
reopens
that
soon.
when that one closed down, man, it was just like a real, people kind of went bananas on the
because
internet.
it turns out, guys, that's the legal clinic got shut down
that's
too.
the best
My
part.
man was
I would
like,
sit there with my
do my legal work.
attorneys.
My probation officer meets me in there. I usually deal out of that place. I'm like, all right,
Yeah, you don't know when a Dunkin' Donuts closes down. You don't realize how many lives intersect in
the
that
whole
one
community
place.
is paralyzed. Yeah.
What's something else that you want to direct, man? Where is there something? What about you directing Timothy Chalamet? That'd be so dope.
Oh, he's a terrific actor, man. He's great. And I think, and that's really what you kind of like. No matter what you do, a big part of it is, 90% of it is they say, is like picking the right actors, because there's really nothing you can do. You're kind of like, okay, now go ahead, and you can get about 10% calibration, but the right people for the right role is so much a part of what goes into directing. It's what I was talking about, like kind of understanding what people sort of think about or assumptions they have about actors that they are going to watch. There's a lot of actors that I would love to work with that I haven't worked with. I'm lucky to have worked with some great ones so far. And I have a movie that I've just finished shooting called Animals. That's
it's your own movie?
It'll be out on Netflix that I directed.
Let's go. Congrats, dude.
Yeah, and I may even direct another movie next year, which is actually pretty quick, but it's not all set up yet. But it's something that I really love doing, and I will do it, especially as I got one kid that's in college now, and the other two, by the time my son who's 13 goes to college, then I plan on kind of just directing all the time. But like I said, it takes so much focus and energy that one of the regrets I have, even about movies that I really like and I'm proud of, is what periods of time that I miss with my kids, because that just doesn't come back.
So you almost have to plan ahead, okay, maybe they're going to be on a semester abroad, or this is going to be going on.
Or this last one, I do them in LA, you know what I mean? So I'm not traveling, so I can be home for dinner and come, and just make that the priority. But it's a part of why I slow down a bunch from directing, because it just, in order to do it in a way that I understood that it required, it just requires almost
intense.
total commitment and concentration.
Yeah, man, because we got to keep telling good stories, because it's important. That's how people learn things, and that's how you remember things, and they become part of history. They really kind of tell history a lot of times. Yeah, it's definitely interesting about. Oh, you said something about. Oh, yeah, the shooting in Hollywood has become so tough, huh? But it's supposed to be getting easier.
Well, it's tricky, because what happened. One of the things that's happened is that, first of all, movies just used to be made here, country music was made in Nashville,
everywhere.
Right? That's how it was. And then you had other states and countries that started kind of offering incentives because they felt like, if we bring this business here, and it stimulates all our other businesses, because there's this huge kind of trickle down effect from the restaurants to dry cleaners to drivers to blah 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 blah, all this money into the economy. And LA or California didn't really, I think, whatever, I'm not sure they didn't respond or try to compete. They have a small incentive now, and they've actually broadened it some, and I think they're aware of it, but it's tricky. Whereas other states, and they're kind of controversial, some states have felt like they worked out for them and they're happy. Georgia's got a huge incentive program. They get a lot of Marvel movies shoot down there. I got a place in Georgia, and I filmed in Georgia. It's in fact, The Count we filmed in Georgia, and that's why, right? They start offering these incentives. Obviously, been successful for Georgia.
It's like California has ego about it in some weird way. It's hard to figure out.
Yeah, I don't really know enough about the politics of it to know it seems to me like, and I think it's like, well, we've always had it here. We don't have to give the incentives. Like that's what's pulling people away.
But it's like at a
But
certain
then
point
it's
you
like,
have
but
to.
now everybody's moved and moving away and moving
It's
around. And if you
business.
can't make a movie without the crew is what's going to make or break your movie.
Now you
know?
have 3,000 people flying to like Tibet or whatever to shoot for,
Like the UK, they do these big readers. So like you
Oh,
end
yeah,
up all
Louisiana
that
did it for a
Harry
long
Potter
time.
movies and all the like DZ movies, all these, this stuff goes and shoots like out of the country. Look, I obviously selfishly like this is where my kids are, so this is where I want to be. But also the best technicians I believe in the world by and large are here, and they're really artists too, and
they're ready to work too. A lot of them
they're
they've
dying
been
to
waiting.
work. And look, you have these fires and all this stuff. It's like, but look, it's hard all over, and I get it. I don't begrudge anybody anything. I would like to preserve, like, look, it's a big business for this country, right? Like show business. This is something that we make that everybody buys all over the world.
Oh, for
we
sure.
buy a lot of shit from other countries, right? Like this is something that people want to buy from us.
Well, I'm amazed that I was talking about this with some